Happy April, everyone. I've just returned from my journey to the Twin Cities for the Passover holiday. It was wonderful to spend time with friends and family. And at the same time, it was a big transition for our family as this was the first Passover holiday since my dad died. I'm only back in Chicago for about a week, and then I start my next adventure, which is a trip to Spain and Portugal with a very dear friend. Before you know it, we will be halfway through the year. The MS ride will be in the rearview mirror. 4th of July will have come and gone. Woo! It is great to be back out in the world again, though, after a couple of years of not doing any bigger travel. And I also wanted to acknowledge all of you who have already contributed to this year's Bike MS event. A huge thank you for that. But honestly, all this activity can sometimes make me feel like I'm running out of time to do all the things I want to do, not only in this exact period of time, but in my life in general. Do you feel like time is slipping through your fingers, my friends? I was given a precious opportunity to think about that a couple of weeks ago when we said goodbye to my dear friend Ira, who passed away. Ira is probably the closest death I have experienced in my lifetime outside of my father. When I was pointing that fact out to another friend, he commented about what an unusual set of circumstances that was. For me to be in my upper 50s and not have faced a significant death in my life until 6 months ago is somewhat remarkable when you think about it. So now to have lost both my dad and Ira, who was very much like an older brother to me in such a short period of time, well, it's given me a lot to think about. My dad was in his 90s and lived a very full life. Obviously, I'm sad that he's not with us anymore, but I had a long time to prepare and process. My dad left a legacy of love that continues to be felt through our family and through all the other lives he touched in the community through the years. Ira, on the other hand, was only 60 at the time of his passing. He leaves a wife and 2 children who are still yet to attend college. And what really strikes close to home to me in particular is that Ira was really only a few years older than I am. Even though I've lived my entire adult life with multiple sclerosis, I haven't been one of those people that's gone through my life thinking very much at all about my own mortality. I've tried to look at my entire life through a lens of opportunity and hope, not dread and fear. I have to admit that the last time I visited Ira in the hospital, and then ultimately when he did pass, I found myself thinking about how fast time goes by and how short life can sometimes be at times. I was really struggling, and I found myself thinking about how much unfinished business I thought about that there was in Ira's life and in mine. And it made me question whether or not I'll ever be able to accomplish all the things I want to try to do to leave a legacy and make the kind of difference in people's lives that my dad Roger was able to do. And then one night while I was sitting Shiva with Ira's friends and family, it dawned on me that Ira was still very much there with us. There was nothing that Ira liked more than gathering with friends and family. He loved bringing people together. And what I realized in that moment in time was that even though Ira's days in a body on this planet have come to an end, that the true essence of his spirit was very much still at work doing what he loved to do, bringing us all together. And in that moment in time, my heart was overwhelmed with joy. Even though I'm still grieving the loss of Ira and very sad for all of us who are left behind to figure out the path ahead and life's true meaning, I also found it very liberating to be reminded of the truth that we are never actually running out of time, either in this exact moment in time or in our lifetimes in general. In our true essence, we are infinite and eternal. I can't think of a more fitting message to receive as a part of the Passover celebration. So even in my sadness, I'm reminded to keep the faith. There is big work to do on the path ahead, and we've got nothing but time. In the month ahead, I encourage each of you to honor all those people in your life who inspired you to keep the faith. Hopefully this month's message will inspire you as much as you all inspire me. I wouldn't be where I am right now if it weren't for each and every one of you who has helped me along the way. Well, that's all for this month, folks. Ciao, ciao for now.